Andrew Warburton, I am the owner director of Home Instead Northampton.
Ray, why did you want to start a home instead business?
I started a Home Instead business because multitude of reasons. Moved to
I'll stop you there. Always look at me.
Always look at you.
Yeah, because you're looking down and looking across. So.
Christ, it's going to be harder than I thought.
So Ray, why did you want to start a home instead business?
I started a Home Instead business because I moved to Nothampton in 1994 and played football for my local community club.
No, you're all right. Carry on. Think of, don't worry. It is more difficult. Difficult.
Right. Can I just go when we're ready now?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. I started a Home Instead business for a number of reasons. I moved to Northampton in 1994 and played for the local football club. I became part of the community in that 5 years where I played for the football club and was involved in sort of various activities. Subsequently moved away and worked further afield, and when I got the opportunity to move closer back to Northampton and work within the local community and with local people, for local people, it was an opportunity what I thought was too good to turn down, and also coupled the fact that it was going to be providing a quality service.
So how can Home Instead make a difference to someone's life then?
We can make a difference to lots of elderly clients' lives for a number of reasons. We offer a broad range of services, whether it's home help, companionship, meal preparation, might be a visit to the pub, might be help with a doctor's appointment. We also do sort of personal care and work with people with dementia and Parkinson's and things like that. So we've broad range of services and it's all tailored around the client's needs.
So Ray, what's your involvement then in the local community?
My involvement really is sort of getting about all the local villages, places, seeing people who are involved in the care sector who may be able to sort of help, getting involved in telling people about our services, whether it's a community centre or a church, or also trying to recruit caregivers. So it's just telling people about the services, trying to recruit caregivers, and just making people aware that we're out and about there.
So just on that note, Ray, could you describe the team that you've built then, and describe how important they are to building the business?
Yeah, I feel really fortunate. We've got a team of around 30 at the moment, and each and every one of the staff I'm really, really proud of. We do recruit differently, I believe, and we try wherever possible to get obviously people who are reliable, compassionate. It's a very responsible position. Absolutely, we have got a team of around 30 caregivers at the moment. I'm really pleased with each and every one of them. They offer a fantastic service to the clients. They're all really conscientious, as it's quite a responsible position.
Home Instead business.
I started a Home Instead business for a number of reasons. I moved to Northampton in 1994 and played for the local football club. And during that 5-year period, I got involved quite a lot actively in the community. Further down the line, I moved away and worked away and got the opportunity to join people, whether it's a local church, a community group, or just an older person's group, where we can go in and just explain our service and sometimes take a caregiver in, and just really get around and let people know that we're out there.
So Ray, could you describe then what you believe is different about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide?
Home Instead's different because we only do a minimum of 1 hour call, which is quite important. When you're dealing with sometimes old and vulnerable people, it's not appropriate to deliver care in sort of 15 and 30 minute blocks, and we believe by doing 1 hour calls as a minimum, even if there is sort of 30 minutes personal care involved, it gives the client and the caregiver time to interact and have a good chat and have a cup of tea and even just read the newspaper. So it's about building a lasting relationship up between the client and the caregiver, so the client actually looks forward to the caregiver coming to see.
Excellent. That was brilliant. Yeah, we're going to run through it again.
Right.
In the no, we will do because you say things.
Yeah.
If you can, when you come, we'll talk about the quality care. Just mention try and get the 6 references in. Did you get?
No, I didn't get that in.
So
No.
get that in. But we'll do it from the beginning again. Obviously, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Ray, why did you want to start a homestead business?
I started a homestead business for a number of reasons. I moved to Northampton in 1994. I played football for the local team, spent 5 years there and thoroughly enjoyed it. And during that time, I had a lot of interaction with the local community at various functions, presentations, visiting local hospitals, things like that. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it. And when I got the chance to sort of re-engage with the people of Northampton, and also work with the people of Northampton and work with people of Northampton and for people in Northampton, it was a great opportunity, and also to provide an excellent service for the people of Northampton.
So, how can homestead make a difference then to someone's life?
We can make a difference to an older person's life in a number of ways, really. We offer a broad range of services, from home help, companionship, it might be a doctor's appointment, we might take somebody shopping and then out for a bit of lunch, as well as doing some household tasks, meal preparation, helping with sort of washing requirements and things like that, just helping the house run smoothly. So we offer anything almost what an older person would need to stay independent, and just if it's 1 hour of support a week or 10 hours of support a week, we can provide that service so they remain independent and happy.
And your involvement then in the local community?
Yeah, obviously my biggest remit for my job is to get around obviously and see as many people as we can, just to explain the services, what we are able to provide.
Stop you there. Bring the question back into what's your involvement in the local community? My involvement, yeah. So what's your involvement in the local community?
My involvement in the local communities is getting out and about into the villages and the town to see people who are involved in the care sector, people who may need our services or may need information about our services. So a lot of the time is spent dealing with people directly with the hospitals, doctors, surgeries, GPs, people like that, older persons groups and support agencies. I also spend quite a lot of time in there looking for recruitment and caregivers by going to community centres, churches, and trying to find people who are already locally and actively involved in the community, maybe doing voluntary work.
So could you describe then the team that you've built?
The team that I've built, I've got a team of around 30 at the moment, and I'm really pleased with each and every one of them. They're all very reliable, responsive, trustworthy, and the main 2 things I also like to see in a caregiver is a little bit of sense of humour, because you need it on occasions, and a compassion to work with older people and actually make a difference to their day.
So,
I believe our quality of care.
Yeah.
I thought we was doing the recruitment one.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, when we ask you that question, well, I believe what's different about homestead and the quality care we provide is about our caregiver recruitment,
right.
How we get 6 references, that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you believe is different about homestead and the quality of care you provide?
I believe we provide an extraordinary quality of care due to one of the main reasons being our recruitment process, which is quite comprehensive. We require 6 references, a CRB check, a POVA check, and most of the caregivers we recruit are through sort of word of mouth or me meeting them locally in the community. And my bottom line is that unless I would allow them to look after my parents, my father or my mum, then they don't come on board.
And could you just talk about a little bit about the minimum length of call? You know, what sort of time do you...
Our minimum call is 1 hour. I believe this is the main reason is it allows the caregiver and the client to build a relationship. So if it's 1 hour call and there may be 30 minutes personal care in there or meal preparation, it then allows the caregiver and the client to interact and stimulate and have a conversation So it's not just a task orientated or task based working relationship, it's actually a client and a caregiver building a personal relationship up. And the ultimate aim for Home Instead is the client actually looks forward to the carer coming in as if it was one of the family members. I believe we employ a different type of person who's delivering care because they want to and not because it's a job. Through our recruitment process, I think we're more reliable than other care agencies, and I think the girls
talk about non-uniform, you know,
yeah,
with friends, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you know, on numerous occasions we go over and above and beyond what's expected of us.
Okay, that's perfect.
So
what's the difference between Home Instead and
hold on, I forgot my answers. Over and above and beyond, we recruit differently.
Yeah.
And
non-uniform.
And what was the other one? Oh, better trained, more reliable, and on many occasions go over and above.
Okay.
What was the other one? There was 3 points. What, the uniform, better recruitment, and that was it. I wanted over and above. So.
Okay. So right, what's the difference then, you think, is between a Home Instead and any other care company?
I think that one of the main differences, significant differences, are caregivers. I think the majority of Home Instead caregivers are actually doing the job because they enjoy the job and want to do it, and not just because it's a job. I think the uniform, we don't wear a uniform, so people don't feel there's a stigma attached to our caregivers going in to visit. I also think through our selection process that the caregivers are better trained. I think they are more informed, and I think on many occasions they go over and above what's expected of them on a normal service call.
Excellent.
CQC?
Yeah. Right, why did you want to start a Home Instead business?
I started a Home Instead business in Northampton for a number of reasons. In 1994 I moved to Northampton and played for the local football club. I spent 5 years there, and during that period I was heavily involved in the local community, attending functions, presentations, visiting hospitals, places like that. And it's something I missed. Subsequently moved away and worked away from Northampton, and when I got the chance to sort of move back to Northampton, work with local people, for local people, and provide a quality service at the same time, it was an opportunity I found too hard to turn down.
So how do you think Home Instead can make a difference then to someone's life?
We can make a difference to someone's life in a number of ways. We can, the services we offer is broad. We can do personal care, we can do home help, we can do meal preparation, pure and simple companionship. We can take people to the doctor's surgery, we can help them with appointments, we take people to the pub. We can also help people with the shopping. We might take them shopping once, twice a week, and then take them out for lunch on the way home. So, you know, and there's many times, especially when the weather's nice, that our caregivers take clients to the garden centre, which seems quite a popular topic.
So, on that note, what's your involvement then in the local community?
I'm now involved quite heavily in Northampton Central and obviously all the surrounding villages. My main involvement is to speak to as many people as I can around the services we offer and what the caregivers' role is. We speak to lots of people in the care sector. I also speak to lots of people locally in the community. It might be a coffee morning.
Stop you there. Using noise outside. Yeah, somebody coming in.
It's Joe.
Ask them to be quiet.
Just finish helping me, so I'll leave sort of 5 minutes.
We'll do the local. Okay.
Yeah.
So right, what's your involvement in the local community now?
My main involvement in the local community on a daily basis is to get around Northampton town centre and all the surrounding villages, mainly to inform people of the services we offer, and it might be visiting healthcare professionals, or it might simply be visiting a community centre just to explain our services and explain the role of the caregiver.
So on that note then, could you describe what you believe is different then about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide?
I think one of the big differences with Home Instead is the quality of the caregiver we provide. Our recruitment process is quite comprehensive. Each caregiver is required to provide 6 references, a CRB.
Stop there, I can hear him talking.
Time to go outside for 5 minutes or what? Picks up everything. Oh, you can have to sat outside for 2 minutes or picks up everything. Alright, sorry.
It's so sensitive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right.
So Ray, could you describe then what you believe is different about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide?
I think the difference with Home Instead is we provide a different kind of caregiver to a lot of other companies. Our caregiver recruitment process is quite comprehensive. Each caregiver is required to provide 6 references, a CRB check and obviously a POVA check as well.
Okay, and could you tell us a little bit about the call? Don't do that one again.
See, it's because
Mine went blank.
The questions come so quick after. So, right, we've done why Home Instead.
Yeah,
we've done make
all
a
you've got to
difference.
do is the last question.
Which is?
Describe what you believe is different about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide.
Right. Do you think we've done that involvement in the local community? Because I've fluffed that a little bit.
No, you're fine with that.
Talk about caregiver recruitment, the ministers. Caregiver recruitment. So, what's the difference? Caregiver recruitment is...
Caregiver recruitment, minimum of 6 references.
POVA, CRB.
Right. Minimum length of call and the one-to-one relationships.
One-to-one relationships.
And put in about your CQC. And that's those 4 elements. That's all you
right, and let me just try and nail this in one then, so...
Okay.
And obviously the caregivers go over and above, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on then.
Alright, could you describe what you believe is different about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide?
I think the difference from Home Instead to other care companies is our recruitment process is quite comprehensive, and we require 6 references, a CRB check and a POVA check before any of our caregivers can actually visit clients. We don't wear uniform, which often makes older people much more happy to receive the service because there's no stigma attached to it. I also believe our caregivers, because of the recruitment process, are more reliable, more trustworthy.
That's okay.
I'm waffling. Waffle. I just need to break that down into 4 really.
4 segments, that's all.
So the Home Instead, the difference is about the 1 hour,
yeah.
Our caregiver recruitment, CRB, and then when I've done that bit, I'll stop.
Yeah.
And then...
If you want to bring in about your CQC...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's just too much...
There's too much there.
So if I do that first bit about why we're different, and then I'll stop.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I can put, we also do the... You can edit that, but then I could put, we also don't wear a uniform, and it's a minimum of 1 hour call, because if I can just split it into 2 or even...
That's fine, yeah.
Right. You've got a skylark on the horizon. So the main one is the 1 hour. I'll start with the 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'll start with it, then the caregiver recruitment, and then I'll stop. And then I'll talk about the CQC and the non-uniform, and going over and above. So there's 5 things in there.
You just said it all.
I know, but when you stood there, so...
Okay.
Right, so it's the 1 hour one, and the caregiver recruitment. Why is one so different?
Alright. So could you describe then what you believe is different about Home Instead and the quality of care you provide?
I believe Home Instead is different because we provide minimum of calls of 1 hour. This allows the caregiver to provide a service where they might do half an hour's meal preparation or breakfast preparation, and they then gives them another half an hour to actually stimulate the client and assist and encourage and actually build a relationship up. If you're doing 15-20 minute calls, this doesn't allow that to happen, and our ethos is to try and build a personal relationship between the client and the carer.
And could you talk a little bit about recruitment?
Our recruitment, I feel, is different also. We require all caregivers to have 6 references, a CRB check and also a POVA check.
Brilliant.
So should we do the CQC bit as well? And
I'd leave the CQC. You've done that in a couple of times.
I mentioned the CQC, have I?
Yeah. What about you in your report?
Well, you're just about that, was it?
Okay, no, you can do that if you want. Okay. And just say, instead, another care company.
I feel also our standards, national standards required by CQC are over and above the standards set both nationally and locally here, where we have just had our CQC report, which I was very pleased with. That was testimony to the hard work the care manager has put in and the attention to detail that the caregivers have on a daily basis, and it's testimony that the hard work that they put in.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Now